seasons. How many 40-point games did Michael Jordan have? 173.
Every time LeBron does something, if Jordan wanted to, he would have done it.
I didn't say
if
that.
he's what you said.
GOAT debate never seems to slow down, and once again, Stephen A. Smith brings up the kind of facts that make Michael Jordan's case even stronger. During an episode of ESPN's First Take, the discussion shifted to longevity and 40-point games. While acknowledging LeBron James' incredible career, Stephen A. argued that there are still areas where Jordan remains untouchable. In this video, we'll break down the heated exchange between Stephen A. and Shannon Sharpe and examine why Stephen believes LeBron's remarkable career still falls short of surpassing MJ. Stay with us because we'll unpack each key statement and what it says about the legacies of these two basketball icons. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a like so you never miss the latest breakdowns from the GOAT debate. Stephen A. begins with a statistic that immediately grabs attention. At 40 years old, Michael Jordan recorded a 40-point game, an accomplishment few players could even imagine at that stage of their careers. But he doesn't stop there. He compares that achievement with LeBron James' career total, noting that LeBron has scored 40 or more points in a game 78 times across an incredible 22-season career. On the surface, that's an outstanding number. However, Stephen A. points out that Jordan reached the 40-point mark 173 times despite playing 7 fewer seasons than LeBron. His argument isn't centered solely on the raw totals. Instead, it's about how consistently Jordan produced elite performances in a much shorter span. According to Stephen A., Jordan didn't need extraordinary longevity to establish his greatness. His dominance came through overwhelming production and efficiency, allowing him to build a legendary resume in fewer years. Viewed through that lens, Jordan's achievements appear remarkably concentrated, while LeBron's growing statistical totals reflect the benefit of a much longer career. For Stephen A., Jordan's 40-point game at age 40 wasn't simply another impressive performance. It was a lasting reminder of the extraordinary standard he set throughout his career.
Jordan was the first 40-year-old to drop 40. That's number one. LeBron James is in his 22nd season. That was the 78th time in his career he has scored over 40.
Stephen A. doubles down by emphasizing one statistic he believes says everything. Michael Jordan recorded an astonishing 173 games with 40 or more points, while playing 7 fewer seasons than LeBron James. Take a moment to let that sink in. Few players in NBA history have blended scoring ability, explosiveness, and relentless competitiveness the way Jordan did. For Stephen A., this number goes beyond career longevity. It reflects Jordan's mentality from the moment he entered the league. His goal was to dominate every time he stepped on the court, and over the years, he consistently delivered elite performances. Stephen argues that Jordan built his legacy through sustained excellence without relying on a lengthy career to pile up numbers. He also points out that LeBron has competed in an era featuring advanced training methods, improved recovery, load management, and a game that places greater emphasis on three-point shooting and floor spacing. Even with those advantages, Stephen believes Jordan's scoring production over a shorter career remains unmatched. In Stephen A.'s view, this isn't simply a debate over statistics. It's about the standard Jordan established throughout his career. He argues that the difference isn't just reflected in the numbers themselves, but in how quickly and consistently Jordan reached those milestones, reinforcing why he believes MJ still stands in a class of his own.
How many 40-point games did Michael Jordan have? 173.
One of the strongest moments in Stephen A.'s argument comes when he says Michael Jordan never backed away from the challenge during the first 8 years of his career. According to Stephen, Jordan didn't leave his team to join a super team or change franchises in search of a quicker path to a championship. Instead, he stayed the course and continued building toward success. For Stephen A., that point carries far more weight than it first appears. He believes it raises questions about how LeBron James approached the early stages of his career. While acknowledging LeBron's extraordinary talent, Stephen argues that Jordan displayed an unwavering competitive edge and leadership mentality from the very beginning. He describes Jordan's rise as a product of persistence, determination, and an unshakable belief in his own ability to overcome obstacles. Rather than seeking a different situation, Jordan continued pushing forward until his team reached the top. Steven insists this isn't simply about criticizing LeBron's move to Miami. Instead, he sees it as highlighting the difference in how each superstar pursued championships. In his view, Jordan never searched for an easier route. He embraced the toughest path available, driven by a mindset focused solely on competing, improving, and ultimately winning on his own terms.
Anything that Michael Jordan wanted to do, he didn't spend the first 8 years shivering. He didn't have to go to South Beach to learn how to.
As the discussion continues, Shannon Sharpe offers a different perspective and pushes back against Stephen A.'s argument. He questions whether, if Michael Jordan was capable of everything Stephen A. describes, he should have delivered those performances in every situation. It's a challenge aimed at testing the consistency of Jordan's legacy. Stephen A., however, sees the debate from a different angle. His argument isn't that Jordan dominated every single game, but that he didn't need to chase extra accomplishments to strengthen his resume. In Stephen's view, Jordan's legacy was built through defining moments, championship success, and a level of consistency that already speaks for itself. The exchange also highlights how passionate the GOAT debate has become. Shannon's defense of LeBron reflects how strongly supporters on both sides feel whenever the two legends are compared. Every achievement by LeBron seems to spark another discussion about whether it closes the gap with Jordan. Stephen A. quickly returns to one of his central points, reminding viewers that LeBron has played 7 more seasons than Jordan while still trailing him in several major scoring accomplishments. To Stephen, that is a matter of opinion. It's a comparison based on the numbers. He acknowledges LeBron's incredible longevity, but argues that extending a career doesn't automatically outweigh what Jordan accomplished in fewer years. He also points out that today's NBA generally provides more offensive freedom than previous eras, making scoring easier in many respects. Even so, Stephen believes Jordan production remains the benchmark. His frustration comes from seeing so much attention placed on career totals while, in his opinion, the efficiency and dominance of Jordan's prime receive less recognition. Stephen closes this part of the discussion by emphasizing that greatness isn't measured only by how long a player competes. It's defined by the impact made while on the court. In his view, Jordan maximized every season and every opportunity, creating a standard that still shapes the GOAT conversation today.
All I know is your man got 7 more years in the league and still chasing Jordan. 7 more years. He don't even have.
Stephen A. wraps up his argument with a point he believes captures the entire GOAT debate. He says LeBron James has spent more time in the NBA than many people spend earning a college degree, yet, in his view, he still hasn't surpassed Michael Jordan. It's a statement designed to highlight the difference between longevity and lasting dominance. His message is that greatness isn't defined simply by playing for a long time. According to Stephen, it's built through sustained excellence, consistent performances, unforgettable moments, and a kind of legacy that stands the test of time. There's no denying LeBron's career has been extraordinary. Over more than 2 decades, he's accumulated historic achievements, broken countless records, and remained among the league's elite. But Stephen argues that when the comparison shifts from career totals to overall legacy, Jordan still holds the edge. He believes that's the reason the GOAT debate never truly ends. It's not because LeBron lacks greatness. Few players in basketball history can match what he's accomplished. Instead, Stephen's position is that Jordan established such an extraordinary standard that, even after 22 remarkable seasons, he remains a player everyone else is measured against.
In the league long enough that I was in college. And still, he ain't catch Jordan.
And still get him there.
That brings us to the end of the discussion. Stephen A. Smith presents the numbers he believes make the strongest case for Michael Jordan. Jordan finished his career with 173 games of 40 or more points, while playing significantly fewer seasons than LeBron James, who has recorded 78 such performances. For Stephen, those statistics reinforce why Jordan's legacy continues to set the benchmark. LeBron's career has been nothing short of remarkable. He's climbed nearly every mountain the sport has to offer and built one of the greatest resumes in NBA history. Even so, Stephen argues that Jordan's standard remains the one every player is still trying to reach. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you believe LeBron can eventually overtake Michael Jordan in the GOAT conversation? Or do you think MJ's legacy will always remain unmatched? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to NBA Showdown, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest NBA debates and in-depth analysis. The GOAT conversation isn't ending anytime soon, and we'll be here to cover every chapter of it.